I told you! He sort of pops up when he feels like it. I can't. Chiron blew a hunting horn so loudly my vision doubled. Another pledge to myself. Once I became a god again, I would descend upon this camp and take away all their horns. Demigods, said the centaur, tie all your legs together and follow me to your starting positions. We gathered in a meadow about 100 yards from the big house. Making it that far without a single life-threatening incident was a minor miracle. With my left leg bound to Meg's right, I felt the way I used to in Leto's womb just before my sister and I were born. And yes, I remembered that quite well. Artemis was always shoving me aside, elbowing me in the ribs, and generally being a womb hog. I said a silent prayer that if I got through this race alive, I would sacrifice a bull to myself, and possibly even build myself a new temple. I'm a sucker for bulls and temples. The satyrs directed us to spread out across the meadow. Where's the starting line? Victor Holly demanded, shoving her shoulder ahead of her sister's. I want to be the closest. I want to be the closest, Laurel corrected. You could be the second closest. Not to worry, Woodrow the satyr sounded very worried. We'll explain everything in a moment, as soon as I, know what to explain. Will Salas sighed. He was, of course, tied to Nico. He propped his elbow on Nico's shoulder, as the son of Hades were a convenient shelf. I miss Grover. He used to organize things like this so well. I'd settle for Coach Hedge. Nico pushed Will's arm off. Besides, don't talk about Grover too loudly. Juniper's right over there. He pointed out one of the dryads, a pretty girl dressed in pale green. Grover's girlfriend, Will explained to me. She misses him a lot. Okay, everybody, Woodrow shouted. Spread out a little bit more, please. We want you to have plenty of room so, if you die, you won't take down all the other teams, too. Will sighed. I'm so excited. He and Nico loped off. Julia and Alice from the Hermes cabin checked on their shoes one more time, then glared at me. Connor Stoll was paired with Paolo Montes, the Brazilian son of Hebe, and neither of them seemed happy about it. Perhaps Connor looked glum because his mangled scalp was covered in so much medicinal salve that his head looked like it might have been coughed up by a cat. Or perhaps he just missed his brother Travis. As soon as Artemis and I were born, we couldn't wait to get some distance between us. We staked out our own territories, and that was that. But I would have given anything to see her just then. I was sure Zeus had threatened her with severe punishment if she tried to help me during my time as a mortal. But she could have at least sent me a care package from Olympus, a decent toga, some magical acne cream, and maybe a dozen cranberry ambrosia scones from the Celia Cafe. They make excellent scones. I scanned the other teams. Kayla and Austin were bound together, looking like a deadly pair of street performers, with her bow and his saxophone. Kiara, the cute girl from Tick, was stuck with her nemesis, Damian White, son of, Nemesis. Billy Ing from Demeter was leg-tied with Valencia Diaz, who was hastily checking her makeup in the reflective surface of Billy's silver coat. Valencia didn't seem to notice that the two twigs were sprouting from her hair like tiny deer antlers.